Hi guys. I'm gonna make sure this is streaming. Hopefully we don't have any technical difficulties today. I'm going to put my headphones there. Okay, so we're gonna get started. Let me make sure. Hang on, I gotta get my screen so I'm not all distracted. Okay, hey guys, so I am so excited to be doing this small group today because last week was Halloween, so I missed a week, and I really missed you guys, and I'm sorry it didn't work out on Tuesday. It just did not work out with our schedules and stuff like that, but I'm really excited to be doing it this week. So, this week, the topic is going to be what do you have to give? But before I jump into that, let me just make sure that this is streaming well so you guys are all... Let's see. Okay, looks like we're doing good. Perfect. Okay. Yay, we're streaming. No technical difficulties this week. Okay. So I really missed you guys last week, and the other thing I wanted to say was I really have been loving talking to you guys on Twitter. Also, I have my notes again this week, so don't mind me if I'm looking down. But I really like talking to you guys on Twitter. I've been having so much fun just like hanging out with all of you guys and like messaging you, and I just feel like we're becoming closer friends. I hope they feel the same way. But if you're not on Twitter and you want to talk on Twitter, my Twitter handle is Makenna Ashley with an underscore after that. So Makenna Ashley underscore. I wanted to say that if you guys dressed up for Halloween, I would love to know what you dressed up as. We almost didn't do Halloween, to be honest. And then my mother-in-law bought Lily a really cute cowgirl outfit, so that was super fun. So we took her to a couple houses. We actually only went to 3 because she didn't have a nap, so she was like super tired. But she seriously was such a doll. She looked absolutely adorable, and I think maybe next year, like when Lily's just a little bit older and can actually understand what's going on, I think then Kyle and I might dress up. But this year we just took Lily around to a couple houses and it was really fun. So I hope that you guys had an awesome Halloween. And if you did dress up, I would love to know what you guys dressed up as. So let's see, I'm going to switch screens over here. Laura, you were Harley Quinn with your best friend. That's awesome. I love that. I'm going to have to, I feel like okay, this is so lame that I've like barely heard of Harley Quinn. But I've actually seen her, I think, in a couple YouTube videos, like people drawing her. So she must be pretty cool. So maybe I just need to check her out. But that's awesome. Thanks for letting me know that. So let's see. Also, another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys was I realized that I have been forgetting to put on a worship song like in the description box, and I said that I would do that in the first small group. So I'm really sorry if you had been looking forward to that. I totally honestly blanked it. So after this, or probably later tonight, I'm going to go through back on the videos and just put like a worship song that I feel like correlates to that video. So you guys can go back and look through that. And then I also have one for tonight that I wanted to share with you guys. So after all of that being said, so the topic for tonight is what do I have to give? And once again, just like not last week, but the week before, this is just something that I've currently... hearing weird noises, that totally distracted me, that I have been walking through myself, and I thought that it might be good to share with you guys. So, let's see, I just want to make sure the streaming is still good. Okay, so let's see, so to kind of give you an example of what I am talking about, I was going through a lot of stores, not a lot of stores, but I was kind of just shopping with Kyle or shopping here and there, going through Walmart, and I just felt like I was getting discouraged by all the things that I really wanted and couldn't afford to buy, and then that kind of transferred into, I'm the type of person who I love to give people things. I love to give people gifts. It like really makes me happy to be able to give things to my friends, to my family, to just be able to bless people in that way. And I think that that is something that God totally wants us to do as Christians, but I don't think that's the only thing that he wants us to do, and that's kind of something that I've been learning. That's just how I am. Like if we go to lunch, like I want to pay if I can, if we go to coffee, I want to pay if I can. That's just like who I am, and I really love to do things like that for people. And so I try and do it as much as possible, but recently it's just been really tight, and we've been having some financial things going on. and my heart was just getting a little bit discouraged. And for instance, we were going up for a road trip with my friends. If my friends are watching this or watch this later, they'll probably laugh at me. But I just was really upset because traditionally on a road trip with my friends, I would go through Starbucks and get everybody Starbucks and just be able to bless them with snacks and yummy things and things like that. And I just like to, take care of whoever I'm with. And I just didn't have the finances to do it, and that was really hard for me because that's just something that I really, really love to do. So things like that just kind of kept coming up where I'm like, oh man. And so, the trip that I've been going on, which I mentioned last week, or not last week, but the week before this, you guys know what I'm talking about, the last small group week. I mentioned that I was going on a trip. So the trip that I'm going on is over Thanksgiving, and it's to see my family who lives on the East Coast, and I don't get to see them very often. And so I was just feeling a little bit discouraged because I had really, just been praying about things for this trip and things that I really needed God to provide for us for it. And one of the things that I'd really been praying for, I'm glad to know that we're in this together, Laura. I think that a lot of people that go through this, and I think that it's not honestly talked about enough. So that's actually why I'm going to talk about it. So thank you for commenting that. So one of the things that I had been praying for this trip was to be able to just really, really bless my family, and in my mind, that was getting them coffee, or I want to take you out to dinner. That's just like not only my heart, but that's Kyle's heart as well, as to be able to bless people in that way. And as it's getting closer to the trip, it's just like, oh, I don't think we're gonna be able to do all those things. And not that my family expects that by any means. They don't even know that I had wanted to do that, but that was just something that I'd really been praying for. And so, as it's getting closer and I'm realizing, oh man, I don't think that's gonna happen, and I just kind of got a little bit confused. And I just started asking God, like my intentions are so good to want to bless people, to bless my friends, to, get people things, whatever they need, I want to be able to give to them. And so I just started asking God, why are you not making me able to do these things? Why are you not providing, the finances for me to be able to give it back out to people? And, he really showed me such a huge lesson, and I'm so glad that he did. But I do think, not to say I'm never going to be able to do those things, because I think that we are blessed to be a blessing, but God has just been showing me the most valuable lesson in this. And, so as I was praying and as I was just asking God, why are you not providing in this way, and why can't I, get this for this person or buy this for this person or whatever the case may be. And I just felt like he was saying, Makenna, if I don't want to mess it up, he said, if you feel like that's all you have to give, then you're missing the point. And I'm just like, okay. And I just felt like he said, you have so much more to give than just a coffee or a lunch or an outfit or whatever it is that you want to give. And like I said, I think that those things are great. And I think that, gifting people things is amazing and that we should be generous. But that's what God has been showing me recently, is that's not all that you have to give. So I just kind of started asking God, okay, like, what do you want me to give? And I just felt, this just God just saying, you have the gift of encouragement and you know how to encourage people really well, and so be intentional with that. And I'm like, okay. And so I just said, you know what, if I can't get this person a coffee, or I can't buy this outfit today, or I can't take this person shopping today, or whatever it is, then what I'm going to do instead, which I decided in my heart, and I have done actually, so what I decided to do was, instead of getting something for somebody, I'm going to bless them through praying for them and asking God to give me an encouraging word for them. And I will bless them with words instead of a gift. And I just started really thinking about that and digging in deeper. And so Colin and I went to coffee the other day, and we were just talking kind of about that topic. And I just was telling Kyle, I'm like, I want to be the person who somebody sees 10 years later and says, you changed my life because you said this, this, and this. I feel like words can either mark us, sorry, I keep flinging my pen around. Words can either mark us in a bad way and stick with us for a long time and not a great way, or words can totally change the course of our life and, really encourage us and empower us to do a certain something or believe something about ourselves. And so I just told Kyle, and we just were talking about this, like, we want to be the couple, the people who are going to bless people with our words and going to be intentional about that. And I want to be the person who someone comes up to me 10 years, 10 years down the road and says, because you said that to me, my life completely changed. Because I personally remember a handful of people who said something to me and it was so meaningful. And I still remember it to this day, whether it was 5 years ago, 10 years ago, a year ago, whatever it is. And so God was just kind of showing me, those gifts that you want to give people, the tangible things, those are great and those are beautiful gifts, but that's not an everlasting gift per se. And I think that it can touch people's hearts, and it definitely does. But what God has just been really showing me is that there's so much more to give, and just the gift of encouragement. And so I just want to challenge you, maybe you want to be that person who, if you can't give something to somebody, then you know what, you're going to take 10 minutes out of your day and pray for them. That's what I've been doing a lot too, is just, well, maybe I can't give this thing to somebody, but I will take time out of my day and intentionally bless this person and intentionally encourage this person and intentionally, fight for them in prayer. And that's so powerful, and that's a gift that's everlasting, and that's a gift that maybe they don't even know that you're going to give them, but it will truly touch them. And I just said, giving is so great, but there's more than one way to do it. And I feel like that's really what God's just been laying on my heart recently is, there's not just one way to give. It's not just giving presents. It's so much more than that. And so that's something that I've been really challenged to do. So I actually have a list of about 20 people who I had been praying that I could give something to, and I felt like God gave me a word for every single one of them. And so now I just have to pray for the courage to actually say it, because weirdly enough, I feel like in our society and in our culture, thank you for your comments, Laura. I feel like in our society and our culture, we're so used to picking on each other and laughing about it, or just knocking each other down. And I think it's almost feels taboo, at least to me, or sometimes odd, to have a super encouraging word for somebody and actually say it and be faithful in saying that word. I feel like that to me takes more bravery and courage than, picking at someone or saying something so silly or, whatever it is. I just think that we have to be better and more intentional. At least maybe that's just me, but I feel like I have to be better with, really being intentional, and encouraging people, and, encouraging Kyle, encouraging my family, and that kind of a thing. I just want to read Laura's comment really quick. She said, I've always wanted to help someone like that. My goal is really to change someone's life through music. I totally get where you're coming from, because when you change someone's life, it's the best feeling in the world. Absolutely. And like I said too, just, I feel like some people just need to hear, like, hey, I believe in you, or I really feel like God's telling me this about, this is what you're going to do one day, and it's going to be amazing. Just keep going, and I think that some people don't have anybody. Maybe if you're watching this, maybe you don't have anybody who's telling you to keep going and push through, and God has big things for you, and those things are all true. And I think that we all have to be reminded of that, because, with the culture that we live in, we're just all comparing ourselves and looking to the right and to the left. And I think God's just saying, focus on what I'm asking you to do, and it's going to be awesome. So that's kind of what my heart has been. It's just been really taking time out of my day to intentionally pray for somebody and intentionally encourage somebody. And that in itself is such a gift, and something I definitely don't take lightly, because I remember those certain people who have encouraged me in my life, and because they encouraged me, I was probably going left in a direction, and now I'm going right. And that is such a gift, and it's a huge gift that I shouldn't look past, you know what I mean? So let's see, let me just look at my notes really quick. I said that. So I guess what I want to encourage you guys with is, is I just want to ask you, what gifts do you have that you can give, and not necessarily just with your money, or maybe you're really blessed with money and maybe you need to be more generous with that, and giving actual tangible gifts. But I just want to challenge you and ask you, what gifts do you have that could really bless somebody? You know, maybe you're really good at encouraging people and that comes naturally to you, or that's something that God's put on your heart to, you know, dig into more. Maybe you're an encourager, or maybe your gift is a gift of joy and a gift of laughter, and people come across your path and you know how to make them laugh. That's such a gift. Some people just really need a good laugh sometimes. Or maybe you have a gift of prayer. Maybe you're a prayer warrior and your gift is more of a silent gift. Maybe people don't even know that you're praying for them, but you are changing the course of their life in the most amazing way. That's such a gift. Or like even more, you know, practical gifts of, you know, maybe you're super crafty and you love DIYs and you can craft something up that's like so cute that you know would totally bless somebody. You know, maybe that's your gift. Or maybe you can cook really well and maybe you bring a meal to somebody who's in need or just needs a break or has just had a baby or is going through a hard time in life. Maybe, you know, that's your gift. Is if you're a great cook, then why not share that gift with somebody else, you know? Or maybe you clean really well. I have a friend, one of my really good friends, she is like the ultimate cleaner and organizer, and I so wish that I was like her, because I'm so not that way. But she is so generous with that gift. And one time she came over and helped me organize Lily's room. And, you know, as a mom of a 2-year-old, I think she was a year and a half at the time, that was such a gift to me because I couldn't find the time to organize her room the way that she could organize it. And I think I did share this on my Instagram too, of just, you know, practical gifts that we can give to people, just to give you guys a little bit more of an idea of that whole expansion of what it means to give. But like I mentioned, I'm not the best cleaner and I'm not the best organizer. That's just something that does not come naturally to me and I don't love to do. And so I'd asked my mother-in-law, and if you guys follow me on Instagram, you probably already heard this, but I asked, to make the story short, I asked my mother-in-law to pray for me that I would be a better housekeeper because I really love a clean house, and I know that Kyle really appreciates it, and I want to be better at that. That's just something that I really wanted to be better at, and so I asked her, hey, could you just pray for me for this? And it might seem silly, but if you're a mom or you have your own house, you know how much work it is. And so being good at that is something that was really important to me. And so I asked her to pray for that. And that's all that I had asked. And sure enough, Monday morning, she comes to my house with cleaning supplies in hand and tells me that she's going to help me deep clean my house and show me, you know, better techniques. And that was such a gift because she took hours out of her morning to help clean my house. Like, what? Like, who does that? You know, who just goes up to somebody's house and just says, I'm going to help you clean your house today? And that was just so incredibly amazing. And that was something that really touched my heart, and more than just, oh, my house is clean. It meant so much to me. And it made me say, you know what? I want to be a woman like that who not only gives money or gives this, but practically gives to people. And so I just think there's so many ways to give, and it doesn't just have to be with money. And if that is something that you're blessed in, then by all means, you know, give that, be generous. Because I think that's so important. And one day I absolutely plan to do the same. But in the meantime, if you are having financial struggles or whatever it is, you can always find something to give. Like I said, even if it's a meal or you know how to make people laugh or whatever it is, I just think it blesses us. It blesses me so much to be able to give to somebody. Like if you've ever helped somebody, which I'm sure everyone watching this has helped somebody at one point or the other, because you guys are all amazing. But you know that it makes you so happy inside just seeing how much you've helped somebody. And so I just think if your gift is a gift of words or a gift of love, you know how to love people really well or just serve people really well, I think that we just need to use our gifts to be able to give and to bless other people. Because I know that I appreciate those things so much when other people do them for me. So why wouldn't I do them for somebody else, you know? So let's see. Okay, let me read your comments. Laura, I just love that you are commenting. Thank you. Oh, Laura, I wish we lived closer because we would be friends. I know it. So yeah, I think that is all that I pretty much had on my heart for just, what do you have to give? And I just think it's really important. And I'm so glad that the Lord didn't allow me to have the finances to be able to give those things. And who knows, he could still provide for that. Maybe he just wanted me to learn this lesson. But I'm so thankful that I did learn it, because I feel like now I have a better understanding of what it means to give, how I can give to other people. And that just makes me really excited, because I just love to give to people. And why not give to everybody that you can, So yeah, that is all that I had on my heart. So there is a song, so I made sure to get a song for you guys that kind of goes along with this. Let's see. Wrong page. Okay, so the song is called Fill Me Up, and it's by Jesus Culture, and I did add it to my favorite worship songs of 2016, so that playlist that I have on my YouTube channel. Oh, thank you, Joel. That was very nice. So it's called Fill Me Up by Jesus Culture. So I added it onto my playlist, and so I haven't added a ton. I think there's like 8 songs on that playlist, but I just love that playlist. Seriously, I listen to it all the time. But I added it on, and that song just basically is saying, fill me up. You can look up the lyrics yourself, but I just feel like another really important thing is, in order to give to people, we have to be filled up in that area ourselves. You can't necessarily give in a place that you're empty. So that's kind of a key thing that I'm just realizing as I'm talking about is, if you want to be an encourager, then your heart has to be encouraged. You can't necessarily give a ton of encouragement when you're feeling discouraged yourself. And same thing, you can't give the gift of laughter if you can't muster up a laugh. You know what I mean? So I just think at least for me, the number one way that I personally get filled up is by reading the word. And I just feel like every time that I forget to read the word for like a couple days or even a week or something, if I forget to read, I'm so off and I'm so like losing my mind. It's like the weirdest thing, I swear. But it's like, if I'm being if I'm being filled up spiritually, then I can then give out whatever gifts God's allowing me to give. Same thing, with money, if you want to relate it to that way. If you don't have any money to give, you can't necessarily give that. If you're empty, you can't give. So that's something that if you want to give, you have to be sure that you're filled up in that area, in whatever area that is. So that's why I really liked that song, Fill Me Up by Jesus Culture, because it just kind of sets the atmosphere for just asking God to fill you up so that you can give to other people. So let me read your comments really quick. Oh, thanks, Laura. Laura said, I absolutely love that you take these bad situations and find amazing hidden lessons and messages in them. That's such a gift and talent. I wish I could do that. Laura, I love that comment. Yeah, honestly, I feel like bad situations for me is when I learn the most. And I try to be really intentional with that, because I feel like it can be super easy to look at a bad situation and just look at it for what it is and just say, well, this is a bad situation and this just kind of sucks, to be honest. But I really have tried to be very intentional with saying, okay, God, what am I supposed to learn from this? What are the things that I can share with other people? Because I feel like some things that we kind of forget is with social media, especially, is that we all seem to think that everyone else is doing so perfect and we're the only ones who are having these issues. And I just feel like it's so important that everybody knows that we are all human and that we all go through struggles. And I think it's totally okay to talk about those struggles, and I want those to be talked about, because I feel like when they are talked about, then I don't feel so alone in the struggle, and vice versa. So anyways, I'm glad that blessed you guys. Thank you so much for your comments. And let's see, so I told you guys this song. So I will go back, like I said, and add some songs to my other videos when I get a second. I am actually headed over to my in-laws' house because it's my brother-in-law's birthday today, so we're gonna go celebrate. I think we're having pizza, I'm pretty sure, so I'm really excited for that. So I gotta go meet my family over there, but I just wanted to, of course, have a small group with you guys and talk to you, and I hope that really encourages you. If you're watching this later, please feel free to comment in the comment sections. These comments from the live video don't transfer into the comment section when the video goes onto my channel, so feel free to keep the comments coming. I would love to talk to you guys. Like I said, Twitter has been a really fun way for me to talk to you guys recently. So Twitter is Makenna Ashley with an underscore. And yeah, otherwise I love talking to you guys on Instagram and all that fun stuff. So before I have you guys leave, oh, I love you, Sabrina. Thank you. I want to know for you guys who are logged on right now, so I think just a few of you, so will you guys tell me what kind of videos that you guys want to see this week? I've kind of been debating doing, of course I do hair tutorials, but I've kind of been debating doing a little bit more vlogging, so will you guys let me know if you guys want to see that, because that would be amazing. And yeah, so I think that's all that I have for you guys. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for logging on, and if you're watching this after, thank you for watching it after. I hope that you guys got a lot out of it, and I hope that you guys are challenged, and I am so looking forward to seeing you guys next week. Okay, so I'm seeing your guys' comments. You guys want to see vlogs. Okay, so you girls, let me know how many vlogs you would like to see, like per week. I don't know. I'm not like a super big vlogger, but I think that they're so fun and I love to look back on them, and I feel like a lot of people really like to see them. So I don't know. Let's see. See videos with your family. Okay, I would love to do that. Yeah, that would be really fun. So I'll try and get, how about I will promise you one vlog, at least one vlog for this coming week. Once a week would be cool. Okay, I think I could commit to that. So I will try and do a vlog once a week. I am very excited. There will be quite a few vlogs, I think, coming up soon because I have a trip, like I said, coming up for Thanksgiving. And so we're going to be going to North Carolina. We'll be going on a cruise, and then we're going to Georgia. So it's all with my family. Totally. Sabrina says, do it if only if it feels right. Yes, I do love doing them. I honestly just kind of forget to even think about it. But I love doing them, and I think they're really fun to put together, but I just didn't know if you guys like watching them. So yeah, okay, perfect. Well, I'm so glad. Thank you guys for your feedback. I really, really appreciate it. And yeah, I think that's all that I have for you guys. I have to go join my family now for my brother-in-law's birthday. So thank you guys so much for watching and logging on. Like I said, if you're watching it later, thank you so much for watching it later. And I will see you guys in next week's small group and a vlog. All right, guys, I will see you guys later. Bye.